What if I told you there was this whole group of herbs that could stimulate you, that could boost your immune system, that could balance your hormones, that was anti-aging, that was stress relieving, that was hormone harmonizing and life uplifting? Would that pique your attention? Good. It should. I'm Maria. I'm Maria Chowdhury with Birdsong Botanicals. I'm a midwife and an herbalist, and I created a whole line of herbal products for women and for children. And I'm here today to talk to you about adaptogens. And I want to share, there's so much to share with you about adaptogens. And then today we're just going to have a few moments. And this is a Facebook Live, and I'm recording it also for our podcast. And also this will be a YouTube video later. And you'll hear Heaven's voice because she's behind the camera. And even though this is live, I cannot see all your comments and see all your faces and comments and suggestions and input, but I really want you to give them. So please go ahead and tell us where you're listening from, and tell us if you know about adaptogens and what your favorite adaptogen is. And Heaven will let us know who's here. Okay. So adaptogens. Adaptogens are this whole class of herbs that are pretty amazing because they just do the right thing. That's the message of the adaptogen. Do the right thing. So they go into your body. Either you're going to drink them as a tea, have an infusion, have mixed in powder and mix it in with your chocolate, or you're going to cook with them, or you're going to have a tincture. Some way they're going to enter your body. And there's no one size fits all with adaptogens. So for one person, the adaptogen might feel real stimulating, and for another person it might feel real calming. Here's why. Adaptogens have a non-specific result in your body. They just go in and they help normalize and regulate your system. So a person that is overtaxed and on the fast track to burnout, and a person that is hyper and pulled in a lot of different directions, and they're constantly going and they have an increase of their cortisol and they're on this high stress, high octane life, versus the person that's hypo, that can barely feel motivated to do anything. That one person, the first person, can barely sleep. The second person has a hard time waking up. The second person might feel depressed. The first person might feel more anxious. Either way, adaptogens are appropriate for both of them. However, how each one of them feels when the adaptogens enter their body is really unique. Partially it's unique because of that story I just told you, but also because of our biology, also because of our perspectives, also because of our internal microflora, our psychology, our emotions, our hormones, our lifestyle. So each one of us is going to have this unique experience with adaptogens. Let me tell you a few adaptogens. There are some categories and classes of adaptogens. Well, I would rather say it like this. You have these energizing adaptogens. And here's just a brief list. There's a lot of them. I'm just going to tell you a few of them that are really popular. So rhodiola, very stimulating. Ginseng, very stimulating. Eleuthero, very stimulating. Then you have ashwagandha, both stimulating and relaxing. You have reishi, also I would consider it stimulating and centering. Then you have astragalus. So these tend to be more in the immune health. So reishi would be there, astragalus would be there. And then you have tulsi. And so all of them are adaptogens, and all of them help promote mental clarity, boost your immune system, help with anxiety, help with depression, help with your HPA axis and your hormone regulation, help with minimizing your cortisol. Essentially what adaptogens can do is they can go into your body to help your body prevent against the overtaxation of stress. They help your body adapt to stress, help your body protect your body against disease. So they're a pretty amazing group of herbs. Like I said, they're not one size fits all. And so what I'm also trying to say is, if you're wanting to receive the benefits of adaptogens, of these incredible herbs, you have to remember they are, like I said, not one size fits all. Some of them are herbs, some of them are roots, some of them are barks, some of them are medicinal mushrooms. Some of them need to be cooked, and some of them need to be steamed, and they need to have water to extract their properties. Some of them need to have alcohol to extract their properties. So they're a little bit different, but they all tend to be nutritive. They're nourishing. Heaven's smiling about something. Probably she's laughing at me. Anyways, also, as a continuation of our conversations, if you've been listening, you'll see one of my primary foundational messages is to learn about the plants and to connect with the plants and to foster a relationship from the plants. And in order to do that, in order to receive the benefits from these incredible plants, you have to meet them halfway. And what I mean by that is adaptogens not only require you to have a healthy foundation in your life, and this is what I mean. If you want to receive the benefits of adaptogens, and so we're cultivating a relationship with them, and you don't want to meet them halfway, it would look like this. Like if you're going to cultivate a relationship with somebody else, like a coworker or a gorgeous lover, you'd be like, hey, gorgeous lover, I'm so glad you're in my life. The thing is, though, I want you to come into my life and make it amazing, but I'm not going to do a single thing to contribute whatsoever. And then if some reason my life still sucks, it's your fault. You didn't work, right? That's almost the exact same way as an analogy as you would view an adaptogen. So you have to meet these adaptogens halfway. This is what I mean. So in order to receive the benefit from these herbs, you're going to have to stop and not live such an incredibly stressful life. So you're going to have to stop every once in a while and take a deep breath. Every once in a while, you're going to have to eat a nourishing meal, drink some water, take the time to rest, take a walk outside, start practicing motivating, chi circulating exercises like Tai Chi or Qigong or yoga. You're going to have your foundational needs met, and then with the accumulation of you starting to have healthy lifestyle, and the bringing in, drinking the teas and eating the foods of the adaptogen-rich teas and foods, then you start to have this cumulative effect in your life that slowly starts to build, and that creates harmony. So if you're willing to do the foundational work, then the adaptogens will enter into your body and into your system, and they'll support you to do the work. So not only do they require you to do the work, they also support you while you're doing it. And so in the end, there is no end. This is a path, right? This is a journey that we're all on in our lives. And the adaptogens are not a fix-all, but they're pretty powerful, amazing medicine that can support us on this path. They can support us in so many ways that is really essential. I feel like they're an essential component to a wellness plan. And some of my favorite adaptogens are the ones that we work with in Birdsong Botanicals, and that's ashwagandha and astragalus root. And in my subsequent videos, I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about ashwagandha and astragalus root. But today, I really am changing up these conversations, and I've been talking for like an hour, telling you everything that I know about all of these topics. I'm not going to do that today. Today, this live is going to be a few minutes where I'm telling you about the overarching beauty of these adaptogens. And then I'm going to, after we say goodbye, I'm going to make a video all about ashwagandha. And I'm going to make another video all about astragalus. And then I'm going to make a video all about how we work with these adaptogens. And I'm also going to make a video about the controversies, because there's some, I would say there are controversial concepts about adaptogens and how we use and take, and how we work with these plants. But before we go, in case you don't watch all those other videos, which I want you to, in case you don't, I want to leave you with some best practices with adaptogens. This is really important. Adaptogens have this accumulative effect, right? So very rarely do you just have an adaptogen and immediately feel its response, unless you're working with these really stimulating adaptogens like ginseng or eleuthero or rhodiola, right? So what I'm trying to say is some of these adaptogens are incredibly stimulating. There is this trend right now where people are making these medicinal coffees, right? They're taking coffee and then they're putting really stimulating adaptogens in it. From my perspective, that's dangerous. Please don't do that. That is taking a stimulant and then adding another very stimulating herb, and that is too much energy, and that is the path to burnout. So if you don't want to burn out, you slowly, gradually drink less coffee and more adaptogens. That's going to save the day. But if you think you can just keep drinking coffee and just adding more stimulating herbs to it, you just are now lighting the candle on both ends. That's not sustainable. Please don't do that. If you want to mix adaptogens with something, yes, and mix them with other adaptogens, that's great. Chocolate tends to be a wonderful way because there is some caffeine but not too much. Plus, chocolate is rich in tons of antioxidants and minerals. So chocolate with maca, chocolate with reishi, chocolate with ashwagandha, those are delicious, healthy, wonderful combinations. And that's what I drink in the morning, right? Another thing I want to say is we talk about cumulative effects, cumulative effects. So once you create these healthy habits, right, you're going to wake up every day in this utopian world, you're going to wake up every day and you're going to drink your adaptogenic tea, and you're going to meditate and then practice Tai Chi, and then read and be creative, and then you're going to go to work and everything's just going to be wonderful, right? Well, it can be that, because you're going to do the same things. You're going to work on these healthy habits. However, you have to give yourself a break. So if you're going to drink the same adaptogenic tea every day, give yourself one day a week that you're not drinking the tea. Give yourself, after 2 or 3 months, give yourself a whole week where you don't drink that adaptogenic tea. Give your body a break, give the tea a break. Also, one other thing, yes, adaptogens are non-toxic, they're safe, they're appropriate for most times in your life. However, if there are certain times that you might want to seek advice. For example, if you just found out you're pregnant and you've been drinking ginseng and rhodiola, and then you probably don't need to be drinking that right now. It's not appropriate for you, even if you're tired, right? You would want nourishing herbs. Also, if you just brand new nursing and you're breastfeeding a preterm baby, yeah, you don't need to be drinking stimulating, adaptogenic, high intense herbs. Or if you're about to have a surgery, or I don't know, you're going through some medical illness or situation that you're seeking medical care. So those are appropriate times to talk with your doctor, talk with your acupuncturist, your herbalist, your midwife, whoever knows about the herbs in your life. Talk with them and get some real clarity, because not every time, these are not always, from my perspective, always appropriate. So this, I told you, I promise this is short today. So we're going to wrap up, and this is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm inviting you to join us. We came up with a name. It's Apothecary Wisdom, shared by Maria. So join us next week at noon, Thursday at noon, for more Apothecary Wisdom. Also, when this is posted and then following underneath, you'll find these videos all about ashwagandha, all about astragalus, all about how we work with them, and all about the controversies. So I encourage you, my friends, to drink deep and walk in beauty. There's one more thing before I go. I also made you a quick little Qigong video for you to have, because Adaptogens are called chi tonics. And anytime you want to expand and improve your chi, your energy, your life force, you have there are other physical practices and breathwork practices that accompany them. So I made you a quick little video for you to follow along, and that'll be also linked on the bottom. So I'll see you next week. Walk in beauty.